Hey guys, it's Zach the Life Coach, and today we're going to be talking about soliciting emotions to manifest your reality. Okay, I'm super excited to talk about this, but before we do, I want you guys to go out, pick up my book, Coordinates to the Infinite. This is an affirmation guidebook with over 1,000 affirmations. You can pick this up on Amazon now. And let's just go through one of them, okay? Before we start off the talk, let's go through. I like confidence. Okay, and this is page 28. I radiate confidence and positivity wherever I go, and people are naturally drawn to me. I am a natural storyteller, and I use my talents to inspire and uplift others. I have excellent social skills, and I am able to connect with people from all walks of life. My positive energy is contagious, and it spreads joy and happiness to everyone around me. Woo! And that was just four. That particular on confidence. It has 50 affirmations on confidence. So pick this up again, guys. Coordinates to the Infinite. I like that last one because it actually has a lot to do with what we're talking about today. We're talking about soliciting emotions and your energy, using your energy to manifest your desired reality. And we're going to go into how it's being done in the world out there, in the three-dimensional world, and how you can start to do it in your life, in your reality. Okay, I don't know how much we're going to get to today, but hopefully we can cover enough so you can start doing this right now. Okay, so the first thing we have to understand is your energy is the most valuable currency in the universe. It's called a universe for a reason. It's your version. It's you version. It's the version of you, okay? So it's your energy is the most valuable currency in your universe, okay? In your reality. And money is more like a lower frequency, okay? And the issue that happens is most people grow up believing that money is very valuable currency, and their energy isn't a very valuable currency. So it's a trade-off where they trade, like a 9-to-5, for instance, where they trade a lot of their energy for a very little bit of currency. But what I'm going to be teaching you in these classes or these videos is how to take once you understand how valuable your energy is, how to use a very little bit of your energy to accumulate a whole lot of money or anything else that you want for that matter, really. So I'm super excited to talk about that. So the first thing we're going to talk about is your energy, and your energy is your inner G, or your inner God, okay? So that is the God within, okay? Now your emotions, that's your energy in motion. So to solicit one's emotion is to bring the inner God out of them into the physical reality to manifest whatever that person is trying to manifest, okay? And so we see this happening already in the world. There are some very smart people out there who are using this through politics, social media, entertainment, movies, all these things. When you think about actors, you say, why do actors get paid millions of dollars? It's because they solicit your emotions. They get on camera and they start to act, and their acting, it makes you cry, it makes you angry, it makes you happy, full of joy, right? And so then the director, his job is to direct the train of thought to where those emotions go, right? So where the director wants you to be angry, or what he wants you to be sad about, right? And then the producer is the one who decides what that is. So you have to Be careful what you're watching and what it's doing to you, okay? And you also want to be the conductor of your own train of thought. This is one of my first books. Go ahead and pick that up. Be the conductor of your own train of thought, because the entire world hears voices, okay? So another one is, if you look at athletes, you say, why do athletes make millions and millions of dollars? It's because they do the same thing. They solicit emotions, okay? They can make grown men cry. You feel me? They can make people scream at the television. They can make people jump up for joy, okay? Sports in general. It's all a way to solicit emotion, okay? So that's why some people refer to these as rituals, okay? And if it's not getting away from the spooky idea of what a ritual is just a practice that you do over and over to manipulate your environment or your reality, and it works for you, so you continue to do it. So if you look at prayer, praying is a ritual, right? If you look at meditation, meditation is a ritual. If you are in sports or something like that, and you look at practicing as an athlete, practice, that's a ritual, it's a routine, okay? So in the world outside, if you look at politics, they use these rituals to solicit people's emotions so that they swayed people's decision, right? And so I don't like talking about politics. To me, it's the red and blue team. It doesn't, I know who I am and what I can control. So I try not to get involved, but for this sake of this video, I'll just give you a small example. If you look at the red team and you look at his first presidency, he did something very smart, okay? What he did was he got on podiums and he said things that made people angry, okay? The opposite team. Now, why is that smart? Because in manifesting, or really if you look at the law of magnetism, and this is like after your frequencies and thoughts in this physical world, everything is controlled through magnetism, right? And in magnetism, opposites attract, and your emotions, it's affected the same way. So whatever you hate or whatever you're angry at, you actually attract more of it in your reality, okay? And whatever you are happy with or brings you joy, you actually push away from you, okay? And another video we'll do more in depth on magnetism, but just with that little understanding that opposites attract. So what he did was he went on podiums and he said a bunch of things to make the opposite team angry at him. And what that did is, by them getting angry, they actually manifested the reality where he was president. They manifested it. It's not the people that liked him, it's the people that hated him that manifested him right in front of their faces every day. You understand? Now, so should you manifest through anger? Okay, probably not. And I talk about it. Give me 1 second. Let me take this seatbelt off. I talk about it in this book. Yeah, I make a lot of books. Trigger Miracles. In my book, Trigger Miracles, I actually talk about this. I talk about the power of magnetism and how he did that, and understanding that it's probably not best, because whatever emotions you're soliciting, right, to manifest something, those emotions, that's usually the end result. So for instance, a lot of his emotions that he solicited through people were through anger. And so by the end of his campaign, there was riots, right? There was riots on the Capitol and all types of stuff. And so it's best to manifest and solicit joy, okay? And so getting back to it, you can also see this, like we said, with movies, with politics, the news. This is why they show you certain things on the news. So one way for you to discern is someone or something trying to solicit my emotions right now is simple. After you watch something, whether it's on the news, television, social media, you have to think to yourself, how am I feeling inside? Am I feeling conflicted? Am I feeling angry right now? If so, then you have to scan out, look at the bigger picture, and what you'll realize is, wait a minute, somebody's trying to solicit my emotions. And they're doing this as a form of a ritual. And I call it a ritual because they do this over and over and over. And they do this to kind of control the narrative of the reality, or the overall reality of the world out there. Okay? So, how can you use this for your benefit? Understanding how to solicit emotions. So this is going to be more for people who maybe have a business, or wanting to start a business, or have a product or a service, okay? So in my business life coaching classes, I teach people how to solicit these emotions. And so like this right here, for instance, this is, I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I have multiple streams. One of my streams is I have a necklace company, okay? Off the neck jewelry company, okay? And this is one of my pieces. Now this piece, everywhere I wear it, it gets crazy amount of attention, okay? Everybody, they see it, they're like, oh my gosh, it's so incredible. And then it gets them excited. So excitement is an energy source. And so this necklace, it solicits people's emotions, okay? So where else have you seen that? When you look at big name brands where people spend crazy amounts of money on products. Nike does this. Nike does this so well where they solicit these emotions that people will wait outside. And I also talk about this in my book, Trigger Miracles, where people will wait outside for days just to spend thousands of dollars on a pair of shoes. It's because of the joy and excitement they get from wearing the shoes. Another one that I have, my poncho, okay? I used to sell these ponchos, Zachary's Haberdashery. If you go on Instagram, it's still there, and you see these ponchos. And everywhere I would wear this poncho, people would get excited. It is so warm and nice. But people, they would like compliment me like crazy. And so it solicited emotions. So whenever it was time for me to go out and sell these, I sell them like crazy, okay? And so going back to my necklaces, literally all I have to do, and this is the true power of manifesting, and when you learn to solicit emotions. For me, this necklace by itself, this costs $500 on my Etsy store, okay? So for me to get an order on this necklace, all I have to do is talk to someone about this necklace. I'm serious. When you understand the power of soliciting emotions and trading back energy. So what I do is, for instance, this necklace has a story behind it. So this is my timeless piece. And this has to do with singing your song. And later on, we'll talk more about singing your song and writing the lyrics and dancing to the song. Oh, I'm super excited to go into that. But I'm kind of like a master businessman. These are my streams, and they're my streams of joy. And it's all the things that I sell in my products and my art. These are things that I had when I was a kid or that I loved. And so for me, going into these businesses, and this is what everyone should do, listen up. If it's something that you love, turn it into a business and make a profit off of it. So that your stream is like your playground. And you can just play. You can go and have fun and enjoy yourself. And the more you're enjoying yourself, the more emotion that you're putting into it, the more the reality forms around you where people are attracted to this. The more you attract them to your tree. Okay, see, we're by a tree right now. You are a tree. You are the supplier. You produce the fruit. And the more excited, the more emotions you solicit from yourself, the more excited people will get for your product, and you will magnetically attract them to your product, okay? So that's kind of the secret. This is a big secret. So for me, one of the reasons why I made this necklace, and this is, if we're talking about singing the song, or writing the lyrics. This is me putting in some of the lyrics. Is my story behind this necklace. This is my timeless piece. And for me, it represents my time. It represents my energy. I forget the politician, but she was on stage and she said, "I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time." She kept repeating it. So that's for me what it represents. This represents that I value my time, that I am in control of my time. And my time is literally it's a measurement of my energy, right? That's all time is. It's just a measurement of how much energy you expound at a given time or a given point. So my energy, this represents my energy and being in control of my energy and valuing my energy, okay? And it looks really dope. So when I go places and I wear this, people see this and they stop and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so amazing." And so I say, "Hey, let me tell you a little bit about this necklace." And I share that story and they're like, "Wow." So not only does it's like levels. Not only are they excited about the facade or how it looks, but now inside they're getting excited about their own time, how much they value themselves. And they're like, "Yeah, I need to value myself more." Yeah. So this necklace, it solicits these emotions. And so when I go out and whether it's at a mix and mingle or wherever I go to socialize and I wear this, I start these conversations and my Etsy on my phone, it literally starts dinging. It starts dinging. People, while I'm talking about this or while people are complimenting it, my Etsy will start to ding. It will start to, whenever someone favorites it, it makes a dinging noise, right? And so like this last place we went to, it was a social gathering and people were commenting on it. And I was with one of my photographer friends and my phone just starts going off. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, this is manifesting. This is the frequency, because you get in the frequency. And so then this is what happens. Then I'm getting excited talking about it. This is what happens. That night, I get a cha-ching. And if you go to Etsy, if you hear the cha-ching, that means you get a sale. And so this is a $500 necklace. So I have other necklaces, and within a week, I made, it was about 2 weeks, because it was $1,600 that I made in 1 week, and then I got this order, and that put it at $2,000, but within 2 weeks. So $1,600 within 2 weeks from my necklaces, and all I didn't do any marketing. I went around to different people, and I just sang my song. I shared with them, I talked to them about their song, their story, their brand, and then I shared with them my necklace and the story behind it. And every night after I shared my story about my necklace, I would go home and either that night or I would wake up the next day and it'd be a cha-ching and it'd be an order, right? And I'm talking about, I'm giving y'all some secrets now, for real. This is part of my mastery business class, so y'all getting a little free details today. But this is the power of soliciting emotions, you understand? This is the power. This hat. Now I'm really about to drop some on you. This hat, Jurassic Park. Again, Steven Spielberg, a master at soliciting emotions. Well, he did that for children. And here's the thing. Whenever someone makes a product or a service or a film for children, the amount of imagination that comes from the child, the amount of emotional energy that comes from a child, I'm talking about one child, is immeasurable, right? So to have a whole country or a whole world be fascinated with this movie, right? And to capture their emotions. That's why 30 years later, they're making more now than they ever did, okay? So this was something that I grew up with as a child. So again, it's something I love. I even make I have some necklaces that are dinosaur related, right? But this is a frequency, okay? And so check this out. In this frequency, I went to an event. I'm also an art dealer and a photographer. And so I went to an event, that's another stream. And so I went to an event where I had some of my art, and this couple, they walked by, and the lady, and this was at the time, check this out, and I talk about this in one of my courses, but at the time, I was wanting to take my wife for her birthday to Hawaii, somewhere she had never been, and at the time, I had never been on a plane. And so 2 days before that, I did a meditation where I saw myself in Hawaii. I got excited about it, right? I saw myself in the frequency. And so 2 days later, I'm at this event, and I see this couple, and they walk past, and the lady, she has on a Jurassic Park purse, and it is dope, right? And with this logo. And so I compliment it, and I say, hey, that is an amazing purse you have. And she says, yeah, we're going to Hawaii to get married. And I said, wait, what? And so I'm a wedding photographer, and I've actually already done dinosaur-themed weddings. And I'm obsessed with Jurassic Park. And so I start sharing this with them, and they're like, what? I'm like, do y'all have a photographer yet? So bottom line, they hire me to fly to Hawaii and photograph their wedding. So me and my wife fly to Hawaii. This is my first time in a plane. And we photographed their wedding. Not only do they pay me to do that, but then they pay for me to take a tour to all the locations, because that's where this was filmed, in Hawaii, where this movie was filmed. So I got to go on this tour. I'm talking about incredible. But the story behind this, now I'm really singing my song. The story is understanding how to solicit emotions, and when you can do that, understanding the frequency that you're in, okay? And we didn't talk about this too much, but understand that everything has a frequency. Everything has a frequency. And the frequency, it controls you, okay? People think that they think that their actions and their words are their own, but they're not. It's the frequency that you are in. And the frequency is generated from the thoughts, okay, and what you believe, and the thoughts. That's what generates the frequency. So your thoughts, they generate the frequency, and you put emotions behind it, and you create belief, and then you walk within that belief, right? And whatever frequency you're in, that's what shows up around you. So if you're on social media and you're getting caught up in a lot of conflict, and that's one thing I'll say is, whenever I do hop on there, I'll see these clickbait kind of posts, and I'll click on it, and all I see is people arguing with each other in the post. I'm like, oh no, they don't know what they're doing. But so whatever frequency you get caught up in, that's what's going to come into your reality. Whatever type of emotion, if you put anger into it, that's what's going to pop up even more. So spend time creating your own frequency, okay? That's how you manifest. You create your own frequency, or you travel, because there's infinite realities. So you travel to the reality that you enjoy. We're going on 14 minutes. I think we'll get to 15-minute mark, and we'll close this for today. And maybe we'll talk about this more in the next video. But this is what you do. Understand that there are infinite realities, okay? And it's like a radio station, and you can tune into any of them. First, meditate, breathe, clear your mind so you get out all the negative energy, all the negative thoughts, right? And then what you want to do is you see yourself in one of these places that you want to be. For me, like I said, I have my multiple streams, but all of my streams relate back to myself as a child, because that's when I was in my most creative state, my most imaginative state, my most emotional, expressive state. So I correlate that with my products or services. So whenever I want to manifest something in that sandbox, I just go back to my childhood memories, okay? So these are, oh man, I'm giving some goodies on this one. Man, hey, if y'all are being blessed by this, hit up my Cash App. Hit me up at Zacharyah Books, all capital, Zacharyah Books on Cash App, and send me something. because, man, I am dropping them today. So anyways, guys, again, thank you for your time. Hey, check out my book, Coordinates to the Infinite, this affirmation guidebook. Let's end it on an affirmation, okay? This book is powerful. Okay, winning. Here we go. This one's on winning. So, I am a magnet for success, and winning comes naturally to me. Every day, I am getting closer to achieving my goals and winning in life. I am destined for greatness, and winning is my birthright. I approach challenges with confidence, knowing that victory is within my reach. That's why it's called Coordinates to the Infinite, because when you read this out loud, when you read this and you meditate on these different pages, you are creating the frequency. You're moving into the frequency. And so one of the techniques that I teach people, and it's in the book, is you record these affirmations and you listen to them daily. And by doing that, you put yourself in the frequency. So if you want to actually get a sample of this, some of the affirmations in here, you can go to my YouTube page, Project Take Back the Land. Project Take Back the Land. And on there, I have these affirmations that I'm saying, and some of my classes on there too. And again, you can get that on Amazon. Just type in Zacharyah Lee Books or Zacharyah Lee Jones. Cash App me if this was beneficial. Zacharyah Books on Cash App. And follow me on Instagram at Zach the Life Coach. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.